This was a holdover from last week that we didn't get to, from Delvin, and he says, "Hey Dutch, I came across a video of a wrestler named Dirty Rhodes. Were you familiar with him? And if so, what were your thoughts about him amongst yourself and the other wrestlers? Thanks."
I read this question earlier, and Dirty Rhodes, he's an old-time wrestler, and he used to have another name. I cannot, for the life of me, think of his name now. And he bumped around for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, and he ended up, what they found out he could do, when he put a mask on, he looked just like Jody Hamilton from the Assassins. Looked just like him. You couldn't tell them apart. So I think they did a deal with him. I think Jody went to Florida, and another assassin came in with a bounty on his head, and they did that, and that went along maybe 2 or 3 months, and then of course that ran its route. So, but he was a good guy as far as I know, and he ended up being a preacher, and he lived in West Virginia. And I think he is not an ordained minister, but he is a preacher that preaches. I think he still preaches at a church somewhere in West Virginia every Sunday, I think, unless that's changed.
Yeah, he's 75 years old. He was one of the interns, apparently, with Don Bass.
Maybe.
And his real name's Roger Smith.
Roger Smith. Thank you very much. Yeah. Known him a long time. I've known him almost since the second year I started.
What, in Georgia? Was he in Georgia with you?
Yeah, yep.
As an intern or as Roger Smith?
I'm trying to think. I don't think he's there as Roger Smith. Maybe been there something else. I knew him as Roger Smith, so he must have been that.
Yeah, well, he's got tons of different names. Dirty Rhodes, of course, Roger Rhodes, Roger Mason, intern number 1, Flame, Buford Maddox, Super Assassin, and one of any number of assassins after that as well. Did you ever find out what Dusty Rhodes thought of Dirty Rhodes? Because was Dirty Rhodes a shot at Dusty after Dusty left and took half the Florida roster with him?
Hey, it could have been a shot at me. Dirty Rhodes, Dirty Dutch, get it?
Mm.
So, I don't think Dusty cared one way or the other. And when Dusty did leave Florida, I think it was 1984. I think he left Florida to go to Mid-Atlantic. He took everybody that meant anything, including himself, with him. He took everybody. I forgot who else he took, but he took Magnum TA, took him. He may have already been there.
Well, we know he took a lot of people. I should have a list for you at some point, I guess. Dirty Rhodes wasn't also the only person to be a Dusty Rhodes blatant ripoff, because there was also Dream Machine as well in Memphis.
Yeah, but Dream Machine could do Dusty. He would sound just like Dusty. He would do interviews, and very few people would make me stop and listen to their interview in Memphis, but Dream Machine would. Dream Machine, he was a Memphis product, born and raised, and when he died, he said, I'd be Memphis dead or something like that. But he would make a little bit of a rap out of it, and he was great. Jimmy Hart managed him. But later on, I don't know what happened to Dream Machine. I think he got maybe hooked on prescription drugs. And the last time I saw him was some show across the river in Memphis, and I think over there in Arkansas, and he was there, and he was really, really messed up. And I actually gave him some money. I said, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine, brother," but he would never tell me he was, short on anything anyway, just out of pride. And then he ended up, he died about a year later. But I think that if he hadn't have, I think Dusty said that he asked Dream Machine to leave and to leave Memphis, but he wouldn't leave. And the reason he wouldn't leave because I think he's either his mother or his grandmother was still there and he had to take care of her or one of them. And that's why he didn't go. So he turned down some big money with Dusty to stay home and take care of his mother or his grandmother.
So there was actually going to be a feud between Dream Machine and Dusty.
Oh yeah, because have you ever heard Dream Machine talk?
Yeah. We spoke about Dream Machine a couple of times on this, but
he was he did great interviews, and nobody wrote them. He just went out there and did them. So it was, and he wore a mask. He was funny as hell, but and pretty good in the ring too. And Jimmy Hart, of course, Jimmy Hart was the magnet. If you were with Jimmy Hart, you had automatic heat because of him and the rivalry between Lawler, and because Lawler kind of started Jimmy Hart. What band did Jimmy Hart play in?
The Gentrys.
The Gentrys. And that was a pretty big group at one time. So, but let's play an interview from Dream Machine next week.
Why don't I play one now? I'll find one. One second.
Can you find one?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll save that just for after this because I also want to bring to your attention there is one other person, Bruce Pritchard, very briefly for WWF. He played a character called Rio Rogers, which was just a complete Dusty Rhodes ripoff. I don't suppose you ever saw Bruce do one of his Dusty impressions on or off camera.
I have, but Rio Rogers I didn't think it was a takeoff on Dusty. Wasn't he a preacher?
Well, I think he used the name Rio Rogers. I don't know if he stole that name from someone else, but it was a Dusty impression.
Okay, all right. Well, he did a great job. He did a very, very good job.
Here we go. Just 1 second. I found it. Dream Machine's Jive Routine. 1 sec. Right, recording again. Here we go.
Oh, Daddy, we're going to get on that big white bird. We're going to get on that big white bird and fly south. You know, you got to go south for that southern lovely, but Memphis, Tennessee, we're going to be moving, grooving, shucking, and jiving. Superstar, let's get it on. Let's get it on, baby. Okay, fine. There you go.
Let's see if there's another one. I'm sorry, I'm revealing that I've been listening to Michael Bolton's Soul
He does
Provider.
one. He calls me a dirty yellow dog.
Let's have a look. Dream Machine, Troy Graham. See if we can find the second one.
And dirty and.
That was you. You're second here. Here we go.
Yep.
Here is Jimmy Hart with the former holder of the AWA Southern Heavyweight Belt, the Dream Machine.
Don't you start talking, because I'm going to tell you something, Dutch Mantell. I want all of you people out there to be proud of your champion, Dutch Mantell. But the way you got that belt, boy, you didn't have enough guts. You know, when I went down there, I was burning up with fever, 102 fever, and he tried to get me. It's Jimmy Hart, my manager, tried to get me. He says, Dream Machine, don't you go down there to face him because you're not able. I said, but I'm going because the man that I am, with the power that I have in my body, and I went down there to get in that ring to face him eyeball to eyeball. And what did you do, Dutch Mantell? You did not have enough brass on your face to come out where the rats are supposed to come out. You had to run around the building and come in the front door. Now, why did you have to do that? Because I'll tell you why, boy.
Okay, let me pause it there. So what happened with running around the front door then? What's the explanation?
No, I came in the other direction. I didn't come down my aisle. So they were looking for me to come straight out of the dressing room. I came from the front of the building. And I attacked, but he had done that to me the week before. So I just turned the table on him. And that's why he said that, you know, I came in the front. And I think he calls me a dirty yellow chicken.
Yeah, this video is called Mark of a Chicken. So I'm wondering, is this the one where he brings out a chicken? A man dressed as a chicken?
He brings out a chicken. And that was the mark. That was the mark of Memphis. Because they do these interviews. And the interviews were entertaining too.
Let's.
You have to do that because I'll tell you why, boy. Because you're gutless and you're chicken, and you know there's no way, come rain, sleet, hell, or snow, that you can beat me because I did it all, brother. There's nothing in the world that I want to do, no place I want to go, and no place that I'm going back to. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't
Dusty
care.
loved it.
But Dutch Mantell, you're going to pay, baby. I'm going to be in your coffee. I'm going to be in your eggs and bacon. I'm going to be in your pancakes. I might even be... Oh, I don't even want to say where I might be, but I'm going to be there, brother, and I'm going to tell you, Dutch Mantell, you look at this face, and every face tells a story of pain, misery, and the blues, shucking, jiving, moving, and grooving. I did the barbed wire fence from hell and back, baby, and I've never feared any man that ever walked God's green earth, and I do not fear you. And Dutch Mantell, you are a chicken. I look up, and I see a hammer, I see a whip, and I'm knocked out, and I get up, and my manager tells me, he says, Dream, it's over. I say, how in the hell can it be over? And the bell ain't even rung, Dutch Mantell. But I'm looking at you, boy, and I'm going to be looking at
Jimmy
you for
Hart
a long
does
time
the
because
chicken
it'll
that
never
they
be
brought in.
over. And I got news for you, Bigfoot. I'm not scared of you, Turkey. I'm not scared of you, and I've never been scared of you. And I guarantee you, Jimmy, that I want him if it's any guts.
You need to bring back Jive Turkey as an insult.
If you get behind these people, if these people are behind you, if you are a true champion like I was, you'll come out here and take that belt and hand it to me right on the platter and say, Dream Machine, this is your belt, baby. This is yours, and I stole it like a thief in the night that I was. Hallelujah. I stole it. I want him out here, Jimmy. Tell me right now if he's got it. You saw it. You was down there hooping and hollering. I'll tell you why Lance Russell is not here, because he was drinking. He was down there hooping and hollering with the rest of them idiots. I'm fired up, baby. I'm wired tighter than a Gibson guitar on a Friday night. And Dutch Mantell, I want your meat, baby.
Dream. I got some.
We'll just get the Jimmy bit. I just want to see the chicken at the end. Here we go.
Look at it. Dirty Dutch Mantell back in the first family. Look at it. Come on, Dutch.
Who was in the chicken outfit, did you ever find out?
I forgot.
You wanted him, there he is, baby.
Not the mark of the devil, but the mark of the chicken. Now, Dutch Mantell, you take a look, boy. When you face your old lady, when you face them ugly kids you got, and you take a look at them every day, this is what you are, Dutch Mantell. This is what you are. This is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to take you down, and I'm going to crush you, Dutch Mantell. And I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to pull your eye. And I'm going to spit.
Only in Memphis.
Only in Memphis. Now, you can't tell me that is not entertaining.
Oh, no, it's hugely entertaining.
Oh, yeah. The chicken was squawking. And, you know, when you go by WWE interviews, that interview, you know, is one of the classics.
That's better than anyone today.
Yes, it's good. Dream was good. Jimmy Hart was the best. And coming up with that, I was a chicken, and they bring out the chicken. See, everybody thought it was me, but it wasn't me. So, but anyway, that was some of my good memories from Memphis.